Honorable, Honorable Speaker, when we have come, I'll talk.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the Honorable Minister of Defence is dealing with a very sensitive ministry that has to safeguard our security from external factors and internal factors. Now, it is established culture and practice in this parliament that no question can be posted to that ministry without being met with a similar answer. Now, no person in this country supersedes the state, not even a president that appointed that very minister. Now, what I want to propose is the following, Honorable Speaker, that standing rules interrogate the accountability of the Ministry of Defence, its companies, to this August House. And that such perhaps standing rules committee also involve the Committee on Foreign Affairs to interrogate that question, because the Ministry of Defence is a good thing for us, but it can also be a dangerous thing for us. So if we continue having a Ministry of Defence that is unaccountable to anyone but the President, we will have a problem in the country. Thank you, Honourable Speaker.
Thank you very much.
Speaker, is the proposal taken?
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I want to leave it at that because we must continue logically. Honourable Nicholas Smith, I've taken note of your comment. Honourable Nicholas Smith, please.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, I give notice that on Thursday, 17 September 2020, I shall ask the Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Please, let's hear the Honourable Member, please.
I shall ask the Right Honourable Prime Minister, Sarah Kugungelwa Amakila, the following. Some weeks ago, the Honourable Minister of Defence made a speech to Namibian soldiers in which he accused various sections of the Namibian population of, amongst other sins, refusing to cooperate with economic transformation and also trying to bring about regime change by means other than through the ballot box. This has caused considerable outrage throughout civil society and has led to counter-accusations of hate speech against certain groups. The Honourable Minister also seems to believe that he is entitled to operate without the oversight of this Parliament. Judging by statements made by him in this August House regarding the auditing of his ministry, as well as the company known as August 26, that dubious one. I thus ask, 1, whether the Right Honourable Prime Minister will inform this August House and the Namibian people whether the Honourable Minister of Defence speech is a reflection of this government's policy. If not, why has the government not moved to discipline the Honourable Minister and repudiate these statements? 2, can the Right Honourable Prime Minister inform this August House which clause in the Namibian Constitution exempts the Honourable Minister of Defence from allowing the auditing of his ministry's accounts? I so submit. On the same day, I will ask.
Please continue.
I will give notice on Thursday, the 17th of September. I shall ask the Minister of Public Enterprise, Honourable Leon Schuster, the following. On 27 February 2020, I asked the then Minister of Finance a number of questions regarding the financial situation of Air Namibia. I received very comprehensive answers from him at that time. In the meantime, very little has changed, except that Air Namibia's wings have been clipped by the measures put in place by government to contain the COVID-19 pandemic. Now I ask, 1. On the 27th of February 2020, the Minister of Finance informed this House in reply to a question by me that Air Namibia is insolvent. Has your ministry taken any steps to recapitalize the airline? If not, when will steps taken to liquidate it? 2. Do you not agree that by allowing Air Namibia to continue trading while knowing that it is bankrupt, the government is not only breaking the law as contained in the Companies Act, but also seriously prejudicing creditors and the public? 3. Can ordinary as opposed to non-SOEs and state creditors of Air Namibia expect to be compensated by government in the event of the liquidation of Air Namibia, since your ministry is allowing a bankrupt business to continue operating? 4. How much money does Air Namibia currently owe the Namibian Airports Company? 5. How much money does Air Namibia owe the NCCA for navigation services? 6. How much money has Air Namibia paid to the Namibia Airports Company since January 2020? 7. Why has the Namibian Airports Company not taken legal action against Air Namibia to recover outstanding debt? 8. Are Namibia Airports Company and NCCA under political pressure to not recover outstanding debt from Air Namibia? If not, why have you not instructed them to do so? 9. Do you agree that it is a clear contravention of SOE good governance rules for Air Namibia to be allowed to not pay associated SOEs for services rendered to it? 10. Do you agree that it is a contravention of the Airports Company Act, Section 4.1 and 5.1a, and the Chicago Convention, Article 15 of the Convention, for Namibia Airports Company to allow Air Namibia to not pay its accounts full on a monthly basis? They are obliged to do it, thereby prejudicing other users of its airport who have to do so. I so submit, Honourable Speaker.
Thank you. Next is the Honourable Martin. You have the floor.
Honourable Tinja, but my name.
Always a challenge.
It's coming, it's coming.
Now me on the floor. They put me on that switch.
Yeah.
I think we need a pastor to be interceding for this. Thank you. Honorable Speaker, I have an oral question to the famous Minister of Health.
Can you give me the gist of it?
Yes. Is the Minister aware of the myth and misconception or unconfirmed information that most of the Namibian COVID-19 related deaths are only occurring in our state hospital? Can the Minister perhaps share with this House the statistic of such deaths, of perhaps how many have occurred in our state hospital, private hospital, or even at home? Because there is misconception that is in the public there, and the public is curious to know. Secondly, I'm also curious to know, we have heard of Romanian couples having COVID in Namibia, Zambian nationals, South African nationals, but perhaps since COVID was reported in Namibia, do we have any of maybe Chinese nationals who have been contracted COVID-19 either why they are here or imported cases? If not, did we perhaps find out how they are protecting themselves? Because earlier this year, I believe it was in Walvis Bay, there was one of the Chinese citizens who was caught by authority sharing COVID-related. So we want those information so that the nation can at least be informed. Because they are misconception. They're saying there is none Chinese nationals who contracted COVID-19 yet. So maybe can the minister just inform us on that? Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Minister, can you respond to that specific question?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Please, may I plead to
Can you hear me?
our honorable members, please keep the level down, please, so that we can hear each other. Yes, honorable member.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Thank you very much, Honorable Member, for your questions, oral questions. On your first question, I can confirm that we had deaths in both public hospitals, in Erongo, in Comas, in Oshkoto, in Oshana, in Karas, both in state hospitals and also in private hospitals. And we also have deaths which occurred at home. On your second question, we do not, since long time, identify individuals who have contracted COVID-19. We rather refer them to their numbers because we have incidences when individuals who have contracted COVID-19 have been a subject of harassment, especially from the media. And therefore, we have ceased, in the interest of the patients, to identify their identity. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Honorable Jennifer van der Heever.